Men back then used to fight wars and write their women love letters and poems. Nowadays, men are like, why do I always have to text and call you first? Why can't you ever text me first? Well, what do you bring to the table? Why is she the prize? What about me? Do you want to go 50-50? Sir, I'ma hold your hand when I say this. I think you're dating the wrong gender. Yeah, you might want to try the male aisle of the store. We don't have what you're looking for in the women's section. Sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't take anything that these chicks have to say serious. Okay, these chicks will say anything, get on the internet and just say anything for clicks and views.
I am a homie hopper. I love hopping homies. I love it. I love it.
Huh?
No, to ruin a guy's life. I won't be a homie hopper unless you don't hurt me. But if you hurt me, run, because I'm going to fuck every single one of them.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
Absolutely crazy. I mean, it doesn't even surprise me anymore in regards to what these chicks will say. Okay, just give them a camera, hookah and crab legs, okay, some alcohol, and yeah, they're ready to spill the beans. I'm just saying. So it's just fascinating how she's just saying it with so much conviction. Okay, no shame whatsoever. And I don't think this is a flex as she thinks it is. Okay, to say that you're being passed around from dude to dude like a blunt in rotation and then toss you to the bushes, I guess.
I spoke to one guy. We were getting on, chatting. He asked me where I was from, age, Like, the vibes were there. I thought he was cute. I know that he thought I was cute, evidently. And then I thought, let me just throw in, like, do you have any children? So I asked him, do you have any kids? And he was like, no. He was 36. And I was like, oh, okay, that's okay, fine. Then he asked me, do you have any kids? I was like, yeah, I've got 2. When I tell you guys, the vibe changed. The vibe changed instantly. And I was like, this is why this is why I always say about kids up front. I don't feel any way about it, but I know some people don't like, they don't want someone with kids, and that's fine. But it was just awkward. And I could tell he was like wondering, how do I get out of this? So I just helped him out. I just kind of deaded the conversation and was like, yeah, I'm going to go. But yeah, it just makes me think if there's any like single parent speed dating or dating mixer events, I feel like I'll prefer to go to that because, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. You got to be every single thing that man is looking for. Okay, every single thing that man is looking for. And even then, you're going to have a difficult time. So, you know, hey, besides getting back with the baby father or possibly finding a man that has kids already, that's willing to take on that responsibility. Yeah, it is going to be a rough ride.
Majority of Black women are at the bottom, statistically, right? And I'm thankful that I'm not. I'm thankful that I made certain decisions in my life to receive better, to do better, to have more, to have the life that I have. And I did not always do it right. I didn't make all the right decisions up front because what I didn't know, I didn't know. And once I knew I wanted better, I had to do the work, right? So this comment saying that because I'm Black, I'm at the bottom, I'm not, sis. And if you are at the bottom, you don't have to remain there. We as Black women struggle and fight to stay at the bottom because anytime somebody tries to tell us to do better or elevate or make better decisions, we feel like, who are you to tell me what to do? What makes you the golden person to tell me this? It's always a fight when someone's saying, hey, let's do better. Let's value ourselves. Let's do this. Let's not remain at the bottom. When I feel like when you are someone who's come from a certain place that other people might come from, you're like, girl, you can do it. Your life may not go exactly how mine went, but it doesn't mean that you can't still get there. I believe it's about where you finish, not where you start. So again, us being at the bottom statistically is a real thing. And statistics don't lie, right? From our marital rates, from our motherhood, to our income, to our education, like all those things play a factor in how we are viewed in society. And the reality of it is we're at the bottom. We just are. I
mean, hey, it really comes down to culture, okay? It comes down to mindset. What is your mindset like? Are you going to compete in the Victim Olympics or are you actually going to do something about it? right? So I agree with her. Okay, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The women that are going to take a more half full versus half empty approach when it comes to dating, marriage, or just life, generally speaking, are going to be the ones that are winning. Okay, the women that are curious in regards to what men are looking for and how you can be the very thing that men are saying that they want are going to be the ones that are winning, right? Because ultimately a man has to choose you. Okay, a man has to get down on one knee if he decides to marry you and make you his wife.
Let's talk about the 50-50 comment that I made, because again, some people started to lose their minds. The average salary in the UK is £35,000 per year, okay? That's the average, meaning that some people can earn less and some people can earn more. If you are really expecting a man that earns £30,000 to be able to pay rent, pay electric bill, pay gas bill, because I know they don't speak about any of these bills on social media, pay council tax, plus also be able to buy groceries, be able to also live a life, because he's a human being too, who needs to be able to maintain himself by buying clothes and his hair done, you're insane. What would make you think that a man can provide for the whole family when you have kids also? Nurseries ain't cheap, with £30,000 or less per year. Most people will go 50-50. Most people are doing 50-50. They just don't talk about it. Obviously, if you know your man earns more than that, there is more flexibilities. You might go 70-30, you might go 80-20. But no one in their right mind that actually loves their husband would want them to do £30,000 per year for the whole household. And one thing that I also want to state as well, different positions of your relationship is going to determine how much you guys are going to divide bills by.
I mean, listen, I agree with her. Okay, majority of people will have to go 50-50. That's just the reality of the situation. Okay, these chicks talking about Birkin bags and he needs to fly me out and I need a guy making 150,000, this, that, and the third. Yeah, majority of those chicks are broke, right? They're broke. They don't even have 2 nickels to rub together. Okay, but they're saying that they need a guy to make a certain amount of money. So the reality is majority of people will have to go 50-50. Majority of people will have to split bills. Now, it may not necessarily be 50-50. It may be, 60-40, 70-30, right? But you're going to have a partner that is going to contribute some way, shape, or form to the bills or the load from your plate, right? If you're paying majority of the bills, you're probably making a certain amount of money. And if you're making a certain amount of money, you're probably dealing with a certain type of woman. So these self-entitled chicks talking about, you got to do this, you got to do that, and they're broke as hell. Yeah, that's not going to fly.
Every time I'm on the phone with my boyfriend when I have a nail appointment coming up, literally never fails. Oh, I really don't feel like spending the money. I really need to get my nails done. They look so raggedy, but I really just don't want to spend the money. I've been spending money all week. Him. Babe, it's okay. I got it. How much is it? I got it, babe. Like, it's fine.
So that was the whole video, like through and through. I just played the whole video. Is that a lesson in dry bagging for some nail? How much money don't y'all have? I don't know if I'm just turning into somebody like totally different, but like my whole life I think I've been like this. If I wanted something but didn't have the money for it, I just didn't get it because I can't afford it. This is why most of y'all gonna be broke till you die. Because you could look at something, have no actionable plan to get it, but like it's burning you on the inside, so you're just gonna do whatever you gotta do to get it. So you're gonna dry bag your boyfriend on the phone. Because truly you want him to pay for the nails. Instead of asking. That's not weird to y'all? That's all I'm saying. Like that's not like the craziest shit you ever. They just on TikTok saying it. Every single time I need to get my nails done, I just go beg my boyfriend for it. Or you could just go pay to have your nails done. I always say, like, if you want to hear how absurd something sounds, say it out of a man's mouth or say it out of the other gender's mouth. Imagine if a man was like, oh, I really need a haircut. I just don't want to pay the money for it. Like, I've been spending so much money this week and, like, this last thing, this haircut. Like, I really need the money for this haircut. Babe, that shit would make you want to hang the phone up. What are you talking about? Just pay for it.
I mean, are we surprised? Right? These chicks have no issues begging for money. Right? They'll stick their hand out and beg for money. But to make a man a sandwich is where they draw the line. Okay, truly, truly fascinating. But, you know, this guy that's facilitating this lifestyle, these bad habits, that's what they really are. Okay, as human beings, we are creatures of habit. Okay, you need to correct these bad habits, and you're just enabling her to constantly behave this way. Okay, so listen, we know what some of these chicks are gonna do. Okay, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Okay, what they're programmed to do. I would give some pushback here and say, as a man, you need to set the boundaries and expectations. I'm not gonna do this. I will do this. Don't you dare ask me to do this, right? You need to have categories in regards to what you will and will not accept. It seems like she's viewing her boyfriend as a walking wallet. Okay, he is a walking wallet with 2 beady eyes, and she's just gonna beg for money because he's gonna cave in, right? And if he doesn't give the money, or one time, you know, doesn't really have it, right? He doesn't really have the money. I guarantee she's gonna get on TikTok and say how broke he is. How dare he? You know, don't get with a broke guy. Get with a rich guy. This, that, and the third. Right? So these types of chicks, you can't even please them. They're just gonna take until the well runs dry, and then they're gonna move on to another guy. Okay, truly, truly fascinating. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback, and until next time.